Hey everyone. So in this video, we're going to talk about the event planning in catering management. So the members is your Rolly Ateneso, Kim Justine Camposano, Chivin Rian Bayon, Sheila May de la Cruz, Givero Santiago, and Frank Jan Bartolome. So let's talk about the introduction. Planning a profitable event that meets or exceeds your client expectation is the cornerstone of catering success. It is how you grow your business as well as your reputation. Because, as we discussed in Chapter 6, word of mouth is the most effective marketing tool you have. So, planning an event is not just a task, it is a commitment to excellence, to creativity, and to making people feel something unforgettable. In the world of catering and hospitality, success is a measure not just in profit, but in smiles, memories, and moments. When you plan an event that meets or even better exceed your client's expectation, you do more than serve foods. You create joy, you spark conversation, you build connection. This is the true foundation of catering success. And perhaps the most powerful thing, it's not always the fancy ads or the big budget that brings more clients. It's the boss. It's the way people talk about your event afterward, and word of mouth is priceless. So when you pull up a successful event, you're not just checking items of a list, you're creating something people will talk about, remember, and cherish. That's the right thing, is the magic. Next, what the catering client wants. All catering client wants so great food, beverages, and service for their guests. The appropriate entertainment, an event their client will enjoy and remember. A virtual mistake-free, stress-free event. An event that people lavish, never cheap, and also great weather. So, what the catering client wants. Every client dream of mouth-watering dishes that leave guests talking for days. Entertainment that fits you right with the mood. A vibe that gives guests enjoy and remember. A stress-free flow, free from mishaps and headaches. An atmosphere that feels elegant and thoughtful, not rushed or cheap. And while we can't waste the weather, if only we could. A great event planner can control everything else, and that makes all difference. Talk about the role of event planner. An event planner, also called a function manager, it is responsible for organizing successful event from the start to finish. In a small operation, one person may handle multiple roles, while the large businesses employ dedicated planners. The role of event planner. So dili nag-start, what is the magic truly begins. The event planner, or as like to call them, the architect of unforgettable moment, is the person who bring it all together. They are the one behind the scenes, juggling ideas, emotion, logistic, and creativity, all while wearing a calm smile. Whether working solo or leading a team, the event planner ensures that from the very start meeting to the final goodbye, everything flow beautifully. They listen, they design, they coordinate, they solve problems before they even happen. And on the day of the event, they make it look effortless. Whether it's preparing a banquet event order, guiding the catering team, or traveling to meet the clients to understand their vision, they are invisible hand that holds it all together. Without them, an event is just a gathering. With them, it becomes a masterpiece.
Good day, everyone. So, my topic is what does an event planner do? So, an event planner is a professional responsible for organizing and coordinating all aspects of events such as weddings, corporate meetings, parties, concerts, festival, and other special gatherings. So, their goal is to ensure that the event runs smoothly, stays within budget, and meets the client expectation. So ang event planner amo sa ang gaano ga foresee sang tanan nga aspects sang isa ka event. So they are responsible for the welfare of the welfare of the customer, and also they are responsible to meet the expectation of the customers. So to be an effective event planners, there are skills needed. So first, you need to have an excellent communication and organization skills. So as an event planner, dapat ng ng ano kagid sa communication, kabalo ka mag organize and mag ano sa ila magplastar sang flow sang event. So dapat kung ang client abi, for example, mag-istorya, dapat mahambal sa client ka amo na forte mo gid ang amo na nga bagay. So yeah. So next, creativity and attention to detail. So nang para maging effective na event planner, syempre dapat nang creative ka and nang attentive sa tanan nga bagay. So para ma-avoid and ma-achieve ma-avoid ang mga problems na ma-arise sa ka event, and also para ma-meet man when it comes sa mga creativity, para ma-meet ang expectations sa client. And also you need also to have a budget management. So dapat kung event planner ka, kabalo ka mag-budget sang kung di na mag-budget sang money para sa amo ng event. So hindi pwede nga palagpatan mo lang ng budget sa amo ng aspects ng event. So dapat kabalo ka mag-manage ang budget. And also you need also to have you also have to be a problem solving ability. So problem solving ability, diri naman niya dapat kung may mag-arise na problem, dapat kabalo ka maging compose ka sa ina nga problems, so para ma-avoid nyo ang maging rattle balakag maguba ang event. And also you also need to have a time management. And lastly, you need to have a ability to work under pressure. That's all. So in conclusion, event planners play a vital role in making events successful and memorable, from planning and preparation to execution and evaluation. So they ensure that every detail is taken care of. Their work helps people celebrate milestones, conduct business events, and create enjoyable experience for guests. Thank you.
The initial consultation. Once the questions have been answered satisfactorily, your event planner scheduled an initial consultation, usually a face-to-face meeting, to discuss the detail of the event such as menu design, beverage service, event personnel, auxiliary service, and budget. So ini nga documents naga-explicar sang una nga process sang consultation para sa pagplano sang isa ka event. So ginapabgasin ni ang kahalagahan sang pagkuha sang importante nga information halin sa kliyente, pareho sang occasion, oras sang adlaw, kag budget. Ginapahayag man sang document ang kinahanglanon nga mangin flexible sa budget, kag ang kahalagahan sang pag-iisip sang conditions sang panahon kung ang event himuon sa gwa. Next is visiting the off-premise site. Visiting an off-premise site is crucial for event planners to assess a venue's limitations and potential clients may have unrealistic expectations, such as hosting too many guests in a small space. The planner must suggest suitable alternatives like adjusting the event's format or choosing a different location. So, ini nagastorya parte sa pagplano sang menu para sa catered nga events. Ginapahayag sini nga ang paghimo sang menu nagakinahanglan sang maayo nga pagpanumdum sang madamo nga factors upod na ang budget, pagkaon nga available, estilo sang service, klase sang venue kag mga kultura o dietary nga kinahanglanon. Ang papel sang event planner amo ang maghatag sang maayo nga payo sa mga hilikoton sang kliyente nga hindi praktikal kag kisa nagakinahanglan ini sang consultation upod sa mga chef, beverages manager ukon pagkuha sang special nga service halin sa iban nga supplier. So importante gid ang klaro nga komunikasyon para malikawan ang discomfort kag masiguro nga malipay ang kliyente bisan preset nga menu possible gyapon nga kinahanglan i-adjust. So something on the menu for everyone. So dietary restrictions are increasingly common and event planners must be prepared to accommodate various needs such as allergies, sensitivities, and lifestyle choices like gluten-free, low-carb, or vegan diets. Ini nagakinahanglan sang nagadako nga kahalagahan sang pag-accommodate sang nagakalain-lain nga dietary restrictions sa pagplano sang events. Kinahanglan nga ang mga event planners nga manginhanda sa mga kinahanglanon pero sang allergy, food sensitivity kag lifestyle choices pero sang gluten-free o vegan. Importante man maintindihan sang planner ang edad, kultura kag medical nga concern sang mga bisita para makahimo sang inclusive nga menu. So ang mga planner dapat active nga pamangkot parte sa dietary needs sang mga bisita kag ang mga chef dapat mabinantayon sa usisa sang mga ingredients kag food labels. Kinahanglan may listahan sila sang mga common allergens para dali lang ini mabalikan. Ang flexibility sang menu kag pagka malamon sini nga mga concern amo ang yawi para sa malampuson nga catering sa subong nga panahon nga may madamo nga kalain-lain nga dietary requirements. So most common and or server food allergies. So first is peanut, tree nuts including almonds, Brazil nuts, cashews, hazelnuts, macadamia nuts, coconuts, pecans, pine nuts, pistachios, and walnuts, eggs, dairy products, shellfish, fish, soy, tomatoes, chocolates. So ginasaway man sang teksto nga hindi lang basihan ang kasikatan sang pagkaon sa pagpili sang menu kay may madamo nga tawo nga hindi pagkagusto sa pila ka klase sang pagkaon pero sang karne hanan sa wild animals o kon pila ka klase sang mushroom. Ang mga event planner dapat magpili sang mga pagkaon nga pamilyar kag madali matilawan sang madamo nga bisita para masiguro nga malipay ang tanan.
Dealing with money and contracts. Menu pricing. Pricing should reflect ingredient quality and preparation. Use cost-effective swaps without lowering dish quality. Example, instead of expensive fresh avocados, use quality frozen ones to save money. Budgeting. Work with the client to divide their budget across food, drinks, and services while keeping quality. Example, if a client has 100,000 budget, you should allocate like this: 60,000 for food, 20,000 for beverage, 20,000 for staff, equipment, and taxes. This ensure quality is maintained across all parts of the event. When the charge more, when the charge less. Charge more for custom or off-site events but offer discount for large or repeat clients. Always state prices in the contract. Example, add a setup free for a beach wedding but offer 10% off. For returning corporate client, writing proposal. Send the detailed and professional event plan with a week. Include cost, date, guest count, and other details. Example, proposal for wedding might list 150 guests, garden venue, 8,000 budget, Italian menu, and 6 p.m. ceremony. Down payment and contract signing. Have a client sign contract and pay a deposit, usually 25 to 50%, to confirm the booking. Example, for a 5,000 event, request a 2,000 deposit upfront. What they include in the contract. Contract should be clear and include all important events details. Example, June 10, 2025, location, Riverside Hall, menu, barbecue buffet, guest count, 100, deposit, 20,000 for 50,000 total contract. Cancellation terms, no refund if cancelled within 48 hours.
Hello everyone, my name is Jivin Rian Bayon and my topic is subcontracting ancillary services. So, catered events often require additional services like entertainment, photography, or decor, which are typically subcontracted. Whether arranged by the caterer or the client, all services must meet high quality standards and be well coordinated. Caterers should compare multiple providers for each service based on price, quality, and offerings, not just cost. Networking and research through various channels help find a range of service levels, allowing the caterer to choose the most suitable vendors for each event. So, one example of subcontracting ancillary service in catering is hiring a separate company to provide floral arrangement for a wedding reception. So the catering company focuses on food and beverage service, while a florist specializes in creating the desired atmosphere through floral decorations. So the next one is menu sampling. It's common for clients to request menu tasting or viewing table setups before an event, which is part of the event planner role. Many caterers include scheduled tasting in their marketing and typically offer them after a proposal is accepted. Helping clients finalize their menu or assess food quality while accommodating client concerns is important. Caterers should set boundaries to avoid unreasonable requests such as sampling every item. In such cases, caterers can charge a fee or require a down payment to cover extra cost outside the contract. So a menu tasting in catering involves a potential client sampling several dishes from the caterer's menu in smaller portions. This allows the client to experience the quality and flavors before making a final decision for their event. For example, a couple planning a wedding might attend a tasting where they sample appetizers and treats and desserts to select their wedding reception menu. The caterer might present a selection of options for each course, allowing the couple to personalize their menu. The tasting often includes a discussion with the caterer about presentation, dietary restriction, and other details. So the next topic is guaranteeing the number of guests. Caterers require clients to provide a guaranteed guest count in advance to plan food, staffing, and equipment needs. While some caterers ask for discount weeks or months ahead, most clients give the most accurate number about a week before the event. Once submitted, the count cannot be reduced, though it can be increased up to a set number within 48 to 72 hours of the event. Caterers typically prepare a small overage to cover unexpected issues, and this cost should be included in the proposal. If significantly more guests show up without notice, the client may held responsible as it can affect food supply and service quality. So, guaranteeing the number of guests. Kinahanglan gid kuno ini mabal-an sang caterer nga kung pila gid bala ang exact nga kwan nga guest sa isa ka event para ma-estimate nila ang ilang mga pagkaon, kag ilang nga mga tinawo, kag ilang nga mga gamit para sa inaang event. So if napasa na abi ang proposal, kung ano nakabutang guest nga makadto, dapat hindi na nasa maibanan. Pero pwede na siya matugangan sa sulod sang 48 to 72 hours bago ang event. So may mga extra man ako nga mga pagkaon dira ang i-prepare ang caterers para sa mga tawo nga mga madugang unexpectedly. Pero ang kliyente gina ang mabayad kag sa iya gina maka-charge ang mga unexpected persons nga makadto. Iti syempre guwa na siya sa proposal nga budget proposal. Like for example, abi ang ginhanda sang ang caterers nga unexpected persons is kwan lang gid is good for 20 persons. If naglapaw pagidira ang imo nga mga unexpected guests nga wala notice, so makaapekto gina sa supply sang pagkaon sang caterers kag syempre sa kalidad sang ilang nga serbisyo.
So let's talk about the executing event. The client and the event planner will need to communicate during the planning process to clarify event details. Eventually, some minor things will need to change right before the event during the function. But by the time the client submit the guaranteed count and all the major pending concern on both sides will be laid to rest. So, in this section explains the importance of constant communication between the client and event planner during the planning process are very important. Ongoing communication helps clarify event details and adapt to last minute changes. The guaranteed guest count submitted by the client marked as a crucial point. By then, all major concern should be addressed. caterer plays a crucial role in executing the event. No matter what, staff absences or illnesses should not lead to event cancellation. So, the photo shows example of banquet room setup, highlighting how details like table count, chair placement, and tablet design. It is very essential and predefined in the event plan. And so next, the party report. The image show a party report, a document that is filled out after an event. It is purpose to record important details about the event execution, include notes on what went well or what issues occurred. Also, it serve a reference for a future event, helping improve planning, performance, and client satisfaction. Typically, content of a party report may include menu served, number of guests, timing of services, and any special occurrences or deviations from the plan. This document help ensure accountability and continuous improvement for the event teams. And for the third uh,